Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more Zero Hour. Welcome back to the World Series 2024. Back here today with another round number 2. We're on Snowy Drought to start things off down in the south position. China nuke for the pink player. This is GC Azest. And from previous rounds and from my previous experience playing this guy in 1v1, I thought he was a bit of a dark horse. I touted him as a dark horse. I would put him as favorite here against the green player, also in the China nuke. This is sCuBa. Now, yeah, going into this, I think if there was loads of China like this, Nuke Mirror is good, I think, for sCuBa. Because I think sCuBa's China games are probably his strong point. I don't know whether he agrees that or not, but just from what I've seen, I think I see him do pretty well in the China games, like Nuke v China, things like that. Nuke Mirror probably counts there as well. I think if there's lots of macro-y maps and GLA mirrors and USA mirrors, things like that, then I think maybe Azest will be the favorite. But yeah, sCuBa is a Zero-Hour expert, one of the oldest ones, and Azest only been playing Zero-Hour in the last couple of years. But when I played him a few weeks ago, he was playing super solid. So I'm very intrigued here about who is going to win. We've got sCuBa going for a Helix and a triple supply. It's actually a double supply here at the front. 2 supplies, double war factory from Azest. Helix is already out. Bunker's already loaded. Needs to put all of his tank hunters in there together to get the horde bonus. Helix has been scouted. It's going to take a bit of damage, probably from the outpost. Bunker is already ready. Helix decides just to stand and fight the tank hunters and kills it pretty much without taking much HP at all. Dozer for sCuBa goes down on the left-hand side, picked off by the Battlemaster. The Helix surprise is up now, so Azest has immediately gone for Gats behind it. It's coming with a few Battlemasters. This is the composition I expect as soon as you see a Helix. The Gats will have to make sure they're always with the Battlemasters. Bit of range bug going on there. Now, the ping here was 33. You've got Azest. I actually can't remember where the guy's from, but sCuBa's playing from Australia. And then you had Massacre in here streaming it, I think, in Arabic. And I think he lives in Egypt. So the ping for this first match, I saw a screenshot and it was like 33 ping. Does that impact the game? In my opinion, it's a different game in lag. Like loaded Vs, for example, will always be killing Gats on quads in 10 latency. But in 33 latency, Vs will not be killing quads and Gats. That's just one of the examples about how it's a completely different game. Whether there's lag or not. Will it affect this match here too much or not is yet to be seen. So Azest continued pumping the tier 1 units, but now he's upgrading to a prop. sCuBa trying to hold here with the suicidal Battlemasters. Let's take out the tank hunters. Azest keeping up the pressure. So far, sCuBa's killed more. 591. Helix isn't back to full health yet. I think it did repair a little bit, but now it's thinking about pushing out down the right-hand side. Okay, outpost for Azest. Trades off for a Battlemaster. The tank hunter's still alive, though. I think Azest was trying to do a TNT there, but he should have just actually carried on firing, because ended up losing him in the end anyway. Sneeze does not step on the mines. That's a big mistake there from Azest, especially since he's lost a couple of units on there already. Shouldn't be doing that. He's going for a TNT here on the trucks. Helix looking for an expansion, but there is none. Azest is just keeping up the spam. That dozer is awfully low, though, and this is an interestingly placed supply... war factory there from sCuBa. Azest continuing the pressure. I think the Helix is locked onto by the Gat. Oh, the Lix goes down. Okay. That's worth it for suiciding the Gat. Lix is dead. And the Dozer's been hunted. sCuBa was doing well, I think, up until those few moments. Lost the Helix and lost the Dozer. Didn't need to lose either of them. Could have had the Dozer tucked in the back, building that war factory, for example. And that Helix didn't need to be getting shot by the GAT. It could have also been back. So I'd say now it's an advantage for Azest. He's took over in terms of XP. He just needs to make a CC, make a load of Overlords ECMs, get a few kills, and then carpet and artillery this base. And that should be game. With that said, though, I think sCuBa is the only one so far to have an Overlord out. I would like to see the Lotus out pretty fast and get these buildings. It'll make the Overlord spam quite a bit easier. Got 2 supplies here, but only 1 truck. sCuBa now with 2 Overlords out. No Overlords yet for Azest. He's actually gone for a Helix, which... that's quite a surprise. Why would you rush out a prop and then start making a Helix? Where's the Lotus? Where's, like, more ECMs and at least 1 Overlord? Because that Helix, at the minute, is not going to do anything against that army. sCuBa probably should become... I mean, maybe Azest is going to plan to disable the GATs. And then the Helix could clear up. Okay, maybe that could work, actually. But the fact there's no Lotus out for Azest, that's a little bit disappointing. One of the GATs there of sCuBa does get picked off. But yeah, I'm not expecting the best micro from this game. If the ping really was... well, the latency was 33. sCuBa seems to know there's a Helix out because he has loads of GATs. Azest with some weird decisions here. Why the hell is he just... what is he doing? Just lost all of his ECMs for absolutely no reason. What could he possibly be clicking on? What the heck? He's just wasted how many units for free? Helix versus Helix. Azest is going for the Overlords. Very weird there from Azest. Very, very weird. Quits. I don't know. Was he just playing absolutely awful there? Is he frustrated from any potential lag? Why is he wasting all them tier 1 units? And why rush out a prop and then go for a Helix? Not making a Lotus? Like, and also the licks, I think in his mind, was to go around and kill some buildings. Like, you weren't going to kill sCuBa's army at that point. There was already like 4 Overlords out. He started hitting the Overlords. But why didn't he start hitting the buildings and then hope that his CC gets up and then try and kill all the buildings so he can avoid sCuBa's army? Loads of weird things going on there that are not impressed there from Azest at all. But sCuBa gets 1-0, and it is a China matchup, and it will be reversed as well. Okay, jumping into the reverse. Up in the north position, this time in the pink. This is the China nuke. This is GC Azest. And down in the south position with the green, also China nuke. It's the nuke mirror. The mirrors are always reversed. This is sCuBa. Yeah, a nuke mirror, whether you'd spawn there or there, you probably say is pretty balanced. Just only the positioning of the Dozer is slightly different, but in a matchup like this, I don't think it makes any difference. But just in case it goes to like a 5-5 and you need the decider, mirrors are always played twice, so there's always an even number, if that makes sense. And also, if you spawn with GLA here, compared to up there, I think GLA on the south has a slightly better advantage because you get that supply up and you get the technical out slightly faster. Okay, so sCuBa going for a different build order this time. He is getting a war factory. It's going to be 2 war factories from Azest. So same build from him, although the only difference is he's getting this frontal supply. And he'll get this one a little bit later. And sCuBa's also gone for the oil and the refinery. If my memory serves me correctly, I think sCuBa would have chosen this first map. I think you'll see a trend, sCuBa picking the traditional maps like Tournament Desert, maybe the Snowy Droughts of the world. And Azest, you probably see him picking some of the newer stuff, maybe in general. It's maybe what we can expect. Okay, Battle Masters versus Battle Masters. sCuBa with a couple of tank hunters out here as well. Nice little box in here from sCuBa. sCuBa holding so far. Took a bit of damage on these trucks. Azest with a bit of a wonky supply on his third. No prop in sight for Azest. Yeah, it's advantage sCuBa because he's got his prop, he's got his oil and refinery. The second war factory is out for him as well. Similar pattern to before, isn't it? It's the tier 1 aggression from Azest a lot. And he's taking out a truck there. The problem is that sCuBa's now on a prop. And Azest is just stuck on tier 1 for too long. He's going to start getting wrecked by Overlord GCM in a minute. He's also not going for his oil. Just continuing to pump out the units. Azest. Okay, Lotus now out for sCuBa, heading in the direction of the oil and refinery up there. Gonna have a Helix next from Azest. The thing I'm missing from Azest is he's just not bothered about the oil, is he? And he's just sticking with tier 1. Like, we haven't seen any Overlords yet, either in this game or in the previous game. We've just seen Battle Masters, Gats, and a Helix. No oil cap or anything like that from Azest. We have Lotus here from sCuBa. I think he should have stuck that, though, and taken the supply. I think that he thinks he's been hurt, but actually he hasn't. Because Azest is not reacting. So I don't know why sCuBa's going back there. Helix in the base, though, of sCuBa. Dozer goes down. I think he should look for the other Dozer. It is over here. However, there's loads of Gats out now. And ECM, so probably going back is the best thing to do. Maybe he could have started hitting the prop there, but probably he would have died, so probably best to get out for now. But that's quite some army from sCuBa once again. And it is just Battle Masters and a Gat from Azest. And a few outposts. Lotus still roaming around. Prop now being built by Azest. But it's just way too late. Like, what is he going to do against this? With this? The firepower in that army is just far, far more. sCuBa actually going back with his army. There is 2 Helixes now. One of the Dozers of Azest gets picked off. sCuBa's just roaming around with this Lotus still. Why doesn't he just go and capture that oil? The secret. Helixes and ground units attack now for Azest. He's losing a lot of the ground units, but the helixes are clearing up. sCuBa coming back with this giant army. The power now being hit by Azest. Azest also hitting the prop. The Gats are going to move here to trap the helixes, or at least try to trap the helixes. I think the helixes will die because this Gat... Well, the two Gats and the ECM are very strong, but actually... Nope. I think the Gats should have parked and the ECM should have been microed around it. And I think if he did that, then the helixes might have died. Usually two Gats and an ECM would wreck one bunkerlix. But yeah, he was moving a lot of the time. They do more damage when they're stationary rather than moving. Same as quads. Okay, artillery. Carpet coming in for sCuBa. Prop dies, 2 trucks die. This supply is barely alive. Carpet coming in from Azest. Oh my god. There's a highlight reel for you. That's crazy. He's just deleted the entire army. Why didn't sCuBa just keep going forward? But again, if there's lag and you only see the carpet when it's there, and you've already clicked back or something, there's pretty much no reacting to it. I'm very surprised. In 10 latency, there's absolutely no way that army should have been obliterated. You can even press X a lot of times and you probably won't lose it. But yeah, it's an interesting supply CC placement over on the left. Artillery comes in, takes out the prop. And a dozer there. sCuBa. Might have been better like on that bunker, because this prop can die to that army anyway. And supply of sCuBa gets stopped. Yeah, the game was actually over, in my opinion, until that carpet just wiped out the entire army. sCuBa standing on the mines a little bit here, to say the least. That overload's going to die now, actually, because of the mines. Yeah, you need to just stop chasing now. Yeah, sCuBa's lost his prop, so he's making tier 1 units a little bit. He's got a few tank enters in the mix, too. It's going to remake his supply. It's still worth making as a perfect supply. I don't want to make it a bad angle like that, because you still need the money just as much as you needed the money in the early game. sCuBa has the speaker tower upgrade. He has a better composition. He has more army. And yeah, the gas just want to be parked in the back. They don't want to be up front against the overlords. Prop gets killed by the carpet. Helix is taking damage. sCuBa wants to push in. He's actually got less XP. Oh, it's another carpet. It's going to be another legendary one. sCuBa just loves eating these carpets, doesn't he? Yeah. Yes, advantage. Makes a massive army. He's about to kill the opponent and then just stands in the way of a carpet. He's trying to make it more fun for us. He's trying to make it a closer game. These sneaky carpets. Well, he's about to get his CC captured. Yeah, if you build your CC aggressive like that. I don't think Lotus is going to get stopped in time. Nope. I was going to say, could he have been hunted then? But no, because he's got a dozer out. I don't know why you'd build your CC as, like, the first building a Lotus is going to come across. You want to build your CC in the back and then protect with an outpost and a gap. Still no speaker tower from Azest. No speaker tower upgrade, I mean, of course. He's clearing the mines of this overlords. Okay, artillery coming now from sCuBa. Base supply gets hit. Zest almost killed the power there. We've got 3 helixes now from sCuBa as well. 3 helixes against 2. I think those helixes have been alive for a while, haven't they? But still no speaker tower upgrade. It does impact the elixirs too. sCuBa comes in. Kills the elix. Could it go back and engage that with those 2 elixirs maybe? I think that one's going to die if Azest chases it. But there is a mine drop coming in from sCuBa. Interesting placement. I think it would have been beautiful if it was there. Because it would have royally screwed it. I mean, it's still screwing the army as it is. I was going to say it would royally screw the army if it was there, because then half the army would have to walk over the mines to get to the other half. Or you'd have to freeze everything and that army would have to go round back. But I think I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to stop the expansion. Artillery now from Azest. Supply gets sold. Don't know if he got the money back from that or not. Zest coming in with another legendary carpet, but this time doesn't hit anything. sCuBa's already moving out. Licks of Azest goes down. He's standing in the radiation a bit, so these gats are losing HP. Elixirs for sCuBa, thinking about coming in. There's another Lotus produced by Azest. sCuBa's back with the army advantage. Actually, is he though? He's got more units, I think. But less overlords. It's mainly Gats and ECMs. sCuBa, there's a flamer in here for Azest too. This overlord gets picked off. Lotus versus Lotus here. This one for sCuBa is going to try to capture the war factory. Claymore gets disabled. Mainly the ECMs here at the front trying to disable what they can. And sCuBa is slowly picking off the units from the side here with his 2 overlords. Okay, you don't want to stand there with them gats for sCuBa, but he's coming in with elixirs, and that might end the game. It's going to be a trade-off. I don't know who's coming out on top. I think sCuBa's coming out on top, isn't he? Yeah, he's killing more units. There's only 1 Lix left of Azest. And although most of sCuBa's army's gone down, he still has 2 overlords and this Gat left. That could be an EMP. from Azest. Is it going to EMP the Elixers? It is not. The Elixers get out of the way just in time. sCuBa's now going to focus on this oil. But yeah, going back to the beginning, that oil should have been captured by sCuBa. Remember his Lotus at the start? It was just like messing around for ages. Okay, Elixir's for sCuBa retreating. Carpet bomb comes in from sCuBa as well. Doesn't take out anything though, but severely damages two Wolf Hatches. Carpet coming in from a different angle now from Azest. Misses the target. This should be an EMP. No, mines actually again. That's an EMP. Disables the Helix on the ground. Artillery comes in. Wolf actually still survives. Lotus from Azest. She is not being shot. She is now. One gets disabled there of sCuBa. There is one Bunkerlix against three. Plus there's a Gat on the ground with chain guns. That Lix is still disabled. Ooh, not sure what that was, but that's 2-0 there for sCuBa. Wow, wow. Yeah, I think it's good for sCuBa that it's nuke mirror, some kind of Chinas. I think that's where his strength lies. But also, like, not getting the speaker tower upgrade for Azest, the sticking with tier 1, the really late prop, the Helix before oils. Too many weird decisions coming out of Azest there. Maybe he's just less experienced than in nuke mirror. But yeah, 2-0 for sCuBa. Amazing start for him. Okay, jumping into the next match. If I'm not mistaken, this one will be chosen by Azest. And speaking of Azest, down in the bottom left, we have the blue gilet Tox for the player that is GC Azest. Up at the top right, we have the green gilet Vanilla for the player that is sCuBa. Yeah, the map is Black Hell. It is the one with a massive volcano in the middle. This one was sponsored by Lucifer Arise, and it has his name on it. I think Azest is making a real arms dealer straight away. Probably try and rush out a technical as fast as he can, and then over to the other side of the map. Try to get some crushers on these workers. Looks quite hard to box here, actually, because it's quite close to the edge of the map. Might not be able to necessarily get a decent box going. Azest now going for the oils. Weird, in the GLA mirror, he's going for the oils straight away. But on Snowy Drought, he didn't go for the oils anytime during like the first parts of the game. First technical from Azest gets stopped. But the second technical is going to get in. If he clicks it in there, he should be able to crush a load of workers, but if he's not paying attention... Okay, he's going to get in the main. That's still good. You should be trying to get as many crushes as possible, though. You should be waypointing this all the way around using the Alt key, even if there is lag. But yeah, you've got to take into account lag here. Like, in 10 latency, I would have been able to crush all of them workers and probably get over here and crush some workers as well, but you don't know if Azest is either not paying attention or if he is just affected by the lag. I don't know. Okay, sCuBa doing well so far. He's getting himself one oil, but Azest is expanding pretty quick. He has control of this position. He has a supply already here. He has 2 oils. sCuBa's grabbing 1 oil. Tentacles from Azest coming in, and the Rebel gets picked off. He's going to start picking off these TNTs. TNT gets loaded up, though. It's a massive tech RPG blob, okay. This could actually win the game. Again, depends on the micro, though. He needs to turn around and fight this as soon as possible. He's still focused on the barracks right now. Something cool for sCuBa comes in. That is the TNT. No reaction on the TNT, though. You see what I mean? Like, if they are playing in 33 latency throughout all of this, that's why there's no reaction on the TNT. It's just difficult to do anything. Working down in the bottom left now for sCuBa in a bit of a sneaky position. Second arm stealer is up for sCuBa. I always say, Rage's pro tip was when you're going to expand and build a supply, secure it first with a tunnel and then drop down the supply. Don't start building the supply first, especially when you're that close to the opponent. But maybe he thinks the opponent isn't quite, isn't there. I don't know if he's scouted it yet. He's going to see it now with these technicals. sCuBa coming in. The tentacles just run to their deaths. Yeah, he hadn't seen this. Azest pushing out a little bit. Yeah, so far I think my theory proves right. Azest doing better in the GLA mirrors, and sCuBa did very well in the nuke mirror. China. Anything with China involved, I think sCuBa's going to do well, and anything GLA mirror, especially where there's lots of macro expansion and stuff like that, I think Azest is going to do better. With that said, though, sCuBa is now counter-attacking and going for the arms dealer. Azest has a few scorpions here, but he's also clearing this position of sCuBa. sCuBa's map control is diminishing. I don't know if sCuBa will be able to overwhelm the base just with that, though. I think eventually these Tox Scorpions are going to hold. Yeah, sCuBa now pushing in with 3 Scorpions, loads of RPGs. The RPGs is what he needs to wreck the opponent's Scorpions. It's doing a good job so far, but Azest continues the push on the sides of the map. Attacking in 2 different places. sCuBa decides now is the time to maybe go back and defend this. Azest pushing these tunnels a little bit further back inside of his base. So Azest has completely kicked sCuBa off that area. sCuBa will hold his base there. And yeah, I don't know if Azest is going to completely kill this area, but he has held off a significant part of it and pushed it back now to this tunnel. I think Azest should go back and just repair that tank and come back on its full HP. Collect some of the scrap as well. Scorpion does go down. Azest expanding very quickly to the areas that he's cleared. Yeah, Azest continues pushing these tunnels back in his base. This is the only major threat to him now, these tunnels in his base. Because apart from that, he has the majority of the map control. sCuBa holds on to that position for now. His CC is going up. Palace is out. He's on 3 arms dealers. He's making buggies. Not too convinced buggies can get loads done here. On the flat areas, of course, they can. But when they're on the ramps, which is a lot of ramps on this map, they're not going to be able to do as much damage because they have to kind of like go up and over the ramp. It messes the micro a little bit. One of Azest's oils gets picked off. That's a little plus there for sCuBa. Yeah, so far the buggies are doing good damage, actually. Palace is out for his Azest as well. And he has got the Gamma upgrade, so his tunnels are stronger and the Scorpions are stronger. But buggies should wreck Scorpions all day long, especially when the buggies are allowed to fire on the flat like this. Weird that Azest is just sticking with Scorpions. Yeah, maybe a few battle buses wouldn't be such a bad idea. Here comes one of them. There is a Jarman there, though. Battle bus goes down to the hole. It's a bit stuck now. sCuBa brings a battle bus out too. He's on the collecting with 1 worker there and 4 on his main. No worker shoes for sCuBa. But he does have the buggy ammo upgrade and quite a lot of buggies. And so far, actually, they're doing pretty good. Azest is floating 10k. If you're ever floating 10k, just drop down at least a couple of markets in some places. Especially since he's got such a good map control. He's now up to nearly 15k. John McKell snipes one of the buggies. It's still Scorpions against these buggies. Even if you just had a couple of RPGs out, it would force these back. Yeah, okay, there's an enemy Jarman, but you have your Jarman as well, so you use the RPGs as bait, and then you kill the enemy Jarman when he snipes them. And then your RPGs and angry mobs as well can force the buggies back. sCuBa's still in this position, pops his next wave of units. John McKell snipes the whole bus. The Jarman of Azest is just not firing at all. Not handled the greatest by Azest. sCuBa has to keep this position alive. Because if he gets reduced just to that part of the map, in the top right, he's got like 25% map control. So he has to keep this area going. I think maybe stealth in that tunnel could be a good option. Maybe Azest thinks it's disappeared. So sCuBa has been cleared from that position in the end. However, has a tunnel still here, but that's now going to be focused on. I think Azest gaining too much momentum now. He has spent that money finally. He's figured out how to press the M key on his worker and build some markets. So what he needs now is a good battle bus pop and just charge at them buggies. Wipe out a load of them, and then naturally he should start to take over now with having all of the supplies. on the map. sCuBa does have still 2 oils though. I think Azest only has 1. Azest is slowly pushing sCuBa back. He's kicked himself into overdrive now after going 2-0 down. The Tox does have the army advantage here. Tox tunnels are better, the Scorpions are better, the RPGs are better. It wants to get the Gamma upgrade. Gamma versus just wreck everything. sCuBa's coming in with a Anthrax bomb on the main base. Azest with the Rebel ambush, and all of this army is going to get wiped. That's a beautiful Anthrax. No reaction there from Azest. Even though he saw it flying overhead, he should have put his buggies in his radar van somewhere safe, like in the tunnel. Are we going to see a sneak attack from either player? I think maybe there's not many tunnels. Oh, this is poor from Azest. Why is he not making 1 Scorpion force fire to ground and then this disappears? Still, he just lost 3 buggies there, which is like, what, 3k for Tox? Let's see if he's going to do it again. Or has he cancelled it all now? He's cancelled it all now. Does he not know you can make 1 Scorpion and force fire to ground? Yeah, he knows, he knows. He doesn't have junk repair. Still floating 8k. Sneak attack from Azest. But sCuBa's map control is diminishing. It's getting less and less. I think that's an empty battle bus there from Azest. Is he just nervous or just rushing in or something? I don't know. Why is he attacking with an empty battle bus? Okay, sCuBa has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 markets. And that's it. Against a lot. I'm not even going to count them, but there's a lot. Beacon here from sCuBa. He said this is his last worker. He's actually correct, yeah, because he lost his CC. He was at risk of getting worker hunted. But regardless, it's a little bit gimmicky because he lost. He'd lost the match anyway because Azest just taking over all of the map. So yeah, be interesting to see if Azest can also win with the GLA though, because I think Tox is stronger here. Okay, jumping into the next match. Up on the top right, we have the purple GLA Vanilla for the player that is Azest. Down in the bottom left, we have the GLA Tox. Weird to see a barracks being built like that first. This is the GLA Tox in the green. This is sCuBa. Yeah, I don't recommend that, and you don't see any top 5 players doing that. The thing you want to do is the first worker, drop the supply. You don't want to be building that barracks first, because what is the point? Okay, he might be. If he goes for Rebel first, straight to the oil, then okay. Nice, preparing a TNC. Okay. Not so keen on the build. Especially if the game is lagging, then TNTs are probably not going to work as well as if it was like 10 latency. But yeah, we shall see. Yeah, generally getting the supply out, getting the arms dealer out, and getting a faster technical than your opponent is usually what gives you an advantage. Tox tunnel for sCuBa in quite a decent position because it's a very narrow choke point there, so a tunnel there is a really good position. And then over on the right, Azest is wanting to contend with this area. Tunnel going up. Technical straight away from Azest. This is what your first technical wants to be doing, crushing some workers. It can have loads of impact, even on a laggy game. Here comes the TNT though from sCuBa. Azest has gone for the oil cap. I think this TNT might mess up though. Yep, told you. If you unload a TNT on a worker, it detonates. And when there's lag, there's nothing really you can do about it. The C&C is more than likely going to mess up. So now sCuBa's without workers. He's on 1 supply against 1, 2. Okay, I mean the workers are dead. Okay, so let's count all supplies. He's on 2 supplies against 1, 2, 3, and 2 oils for Azest. So as far as I'm concerned, I think Azest is going to win this one as well. sCuBa was potentially going for the oil there. His rebel gets stopped. Oil is going to get shut down completely. sCuBa coming in with a... He's dropped off a sneaky tunnel, though. Okay, did he bring in 4 TNTs and drop off a tunnel as well? Okay, fair enough. He's clearing this position. Azest in the main base. I think he should have stuck with that fight. I think he could have killed that quad. Technical for sCuBa, races forward, goes down, gets some scrap there, Azest. There's a big tech RPG blob from Azest. He's taking out the technicals of sCuBa. sCuBa is going to hold. So Azest only collecting from 2 suppliers at the minute. Azest has expanded here in the middle too. He could have some more workers there, and he could have that whole supply. And maybe even that one too. sCuBa's trying to get Azest's second supply though. sCuBa sticking with primarily quads, only collecting with 2 workers here. Technical's going to engage the quads. A lot of the quads have gone down. Could get another super tech here as well. Needs to back off from that position now, though, because these RPGs will kill the technicals. Scorpions now from Azest. I think this supply was a bit ambitious. I always say, I think we said it before in one of the earlier replays, you want to secure the position and then build your supply. But I do think, even if you built a tunnel first, I still think that's an ambitious position. Because Azest at some point is going to want his second supply back. Supply survives. RPG's coming in for sCuBa. I suppose if you built enough tox tunnels there, no matter what Azest builds, it's going to be difficult to clear a line of tox tunnels. The volcano's still going crazy, as always. But again, this is why you want to establish the tunnels and then the supply, because this area is going to get cleared now. sCuBa is going to expand to this top left position. Still only 2 workers collecting. He's going to drop down a second arms dealer there. Yeah, Azest should have this. He's got 4.6k in the bank. Yeah, so far I stand by what I said earlier. That sCuBa looks better in the kind of Chinas, and then Azest is looking better in the GLAs. So far we have 2 China mirrors, China nuke versus China nuke, and we've had this GLA and tox, and it looks like it's heading towards a 2-2 to me. sCuBa has 1 oil. But when sCuBa gets cleared, from this position, he's going to be left with a small base again. I think this tunnel at least will go down. These two might be a little bit more tricky. We shall see. No palace behind this. sCuBa's making double arms dealer scorpion spam. Palace is going up for Azest. Interesting position. He's obviously pretty confident that he could hold that. Might have been safer to put the palace like down here or something, you know, like where sCuBa is not present, because sCuBa is present here. This is where all his aggression is. So if the palace got reset, it could have changed the game. Yeah, a lot of scorpions going to get eaten alive here by these RPGs. Quad is now out. Back this up. Yeah, I think Azest is going to clear this position. More scorpions popped from sCuBa. Okay, sCuBa's going to hold it. He's got 3 workers there still. sCuBa's expanded now to the middle. And sCuBa is pushing in. I definitely feel Azest needs to be spending some more of his money. Needs to be building at least another 2 tunnels there. Definitely occupying this palace. Probably a tunnel in this position here with this worker. Like, you can't be floating 5k and at risk of losing your base. Doesn't make any sense here for Azest. Like, if sCuBa just gathers them and goes there, he could clear this. I suppose there is a super tech and a few scorpions, though. But still, if you lose that, you lose this, you lose this, you could lose this. The palace is not covering all of those positions. Yeah, I definitely think more tunnels. Azest is fighting back here. Some workers. Get killed by the Tux tunnel. Yeah, but Azest has taken over most of the map again. He just has to worry about this. But the buggy spam has started. All the scorpions there getting deleted. Yeah, he's just supremely confident that this position is not going to get pushed. Like, a stinger, an extra tunnel, anything, because this is the only threat to Azest. So I don't know why you'd float 6k and take the risk. Jarman snipes one of the scopes. Oh, he's going too close. What a waste. Waste of a Jarman. Bad micro there from Azest. He's still floating like 6-ish k then. He does have worker shoes. But eventually he's going to stop this, and eventually sCuBa's going to run out of cash. He's on no palace, so he's pretty much... He's not all in, but he's heavily committed to this. sCuBa pops from this behind tunnel. It's his last tunnel there. Scorpion's getting picked off. Rebel ambush comes in though. Buggies are all going to go down. Every single buggy. And now sCuBa can push in. This is what I mean. Why do you not have a couple of stingers or a stinger and a tunnel or something? Because that would hold this back more. He's at risk of losing his workers on his main now. There are more scorpions out from Azest, so it still might hold it. Just again floating 7k though. Obviously just supremely confident he's going to hold it. He has lost those workers though. Jarman kill. Sniping some tanks. CC is up but no palace. But yeah, sCuBa is getting more and more all in. Because that's about to mine out. That's about to mine out. That won't last forever. So he is pretty committed, to say the least. Azest is slowly clearing the scorpion from his supply line. Got to be careful here because the buggies don't like this angle. Another tunnel going up for sCuBa. That Jarman probably could have sniped that worker though. Tunnel gets up. sCuBa pushing left from the mid. So this supply will get cleared. But sCuBa is going to lose this base position in the Azest space. sCuBa committing quite an army to clear this position, but again the buggies don't work the best on the ramps, so you need to hang them back a bit. Probably these tunnels might get cleared and the buggies will have to come in from the side and just pick off what they can. sCuBa continuing the aggression. Buggies continuing to pick off the units. Azest is probably going to get that supply back, but sCuBa thought about pushing here, but maybe realizes even if he does push there, there's nothing to gain because there's no supplies there. So maybe, just maybe, he's better holding this position. Big pop there from sCuBa. Yeah, these buggies can't get maximum damage then. If this was flat, like a flat map like Snowy Drought or Vendetta. Oh, Rebel Ambush comes in again. But I do feel like eventually sCuBa's going to run out of steam. He's completely all in. Completely committed. No palace, no nothing. He's completely committed to this. And this is heading towards 2-2. sCuBa has been defeated. Yeah. So far, yeah, I stick with my word. sCuBa's really good in the Chinas, and the Azest is really good with the GLAs. And I think the more macro-y maps like Arctic Arena and Blue Hole, he'll shine there as well. And I think sCuBa will shine more on the traditional maps like TD and Snowy Drought. So yeah, by that logic, let's move into the next game. Okay, jumping into the next one. Speaking of Tournament Desert, we are now on Tournament Desert. I'll give you three guesses as to who picked this one. This is down in the south, the super weapon, the purple. This is Azest. Up in the north position with the China tank. This is the green player. This is sCuBa. So depending on how the latency was in this match, probably was high. I'm predicting these to be going down and tank to probably win both ways. So I'm predicting a 3-3 here. Azest is deciding to go for a no eco. In a 10 latency, 100% I would go for that. But in, if it was 33 like on the screenshots I saw, or anything near there, I probably would not be going for this. So I'm expecting these to go down. That said though, let's see. Azest is coming forward with the dozer, so this will give the indication that it is a indeed a no eco, which is 2 full Vs and an ambulance. Okay, first V is out. It's loaded and it is hitting the power. Power will go down. sCuBa needs to start building that ASAP. He already is. He denies the dozer from building an EMP or whatever he might build. Now let's see from Azest. Is that 2 loaded Vs? Okay, that one's missing a missile defender. And then there's an ambulance coming across and he's getting the battle drone on that. I think he's got the battle drone a little bit prematurely because it's going to be a while before it catches up. So far, the micro's pretty okay. Prop being built. It's going to apply the pressure to Azest because he's going to want to stop that. One of the V's taking an awful lot of damage, but the micro is, for the most part, actually pretty decent. War Factory now getting hit. There'll be a second War Factory, of course. As long as he's still got one and can squeeze an ECM out, it's still decent. The problem is you don't want to lose all of your GATs before the ECM comes out. Because if the ECM comes out and it's got no GATs to support, then that's obviously bad. But if there's a couple of GATs and the ECM gets out, then the no eco gets shut down. He's actually making a strategy center behind this. You know what I'd prefer to see, actually? A second supply. Get all his money behind this and then start dropping down EMPs, because then the GAT ECM wouldn't do anything. So the strat will give Search and Destroy the extra 20% range, but an ECM is out now. So it would be good, actually, just to completely fall back and have like an EMP, 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 and then you can just play a normal game from there, because the damage is already done. Now, what he doesn't want to do is waste this advantage by getting disabled by an ECM. Because then this army of V's will get shut down. Yeah, Search and Destroy will be deployed soon.
Search and Destroy.
Yeah, it is deployed. Ooh, there we go with a V. This is why it would have been better. Even with Search and Destroy, you don't want to be messing around with GAT's ECM. It would have been so much better. Oh, there's a GAT here now too. Shame, because from this all the way until this point was actually a really decent game. A really decent play by Azest. But I think building a strat there instead of a second supply, EMP, EMP. I think that's a strategic mistake there. Obviously good for sCuBa though. He's held the no eco ultimately. He's building a GAT over on the right. Wants to make sure he's always got his ECMs with these GATs. A Vet 2V should be harder to lock down. It should take longer to disable. Search and Destroy is still doing damage. sCuBa's backing off. He has some weak GATs now. Even if he gets disabled, might still be able to win against the GATs. That V is awfully low, but there's no GATs left. Has Azest done it with the Search and Destroy, actually? It looks like he has. He's cracked the base. Yeah, I think he's won. Absolutely stunning turn of events there. I think sCuBa was maybe backing off a little bit too much. Maybe he didn't need that GAT over on the right as well. Maybe more GATs, more ECMs, and maybe just engage with a better fight. But yeah, surprise there. Azest managed to pull through in the end. 3-2. Okay, jumping into the next one. We have the Cyan player this time. I think he was purple a second ago. The China tank. This is Azest. Down in the south position with the super weapon in the green. This is sCuBa. It's also going to be a no eco from sCuBa. Yeah, Yeah, the V micro for the most part was actually pretty good. There was no mistakes really. Okay, he got 1V disabled by DCM and 1V did get picked off, but even with the most perfect micro, sometimes that can happen. Yep, sCuBa's going to do exactly the same. We'll see from Azest if he is waypoint scouting.
Building is complete.
It's not a perfect supply over here. Not here either, so that's going to affect him. Getting the 2 perfect supplies, like I think sCuBa had, depends when you can drop your prop down. Because if you get 2 perfect supplies real fast, you can drop your prop down after like your 2nd gap, and it doesn't interrupt production that much, or even 3rd gap or 4th gap. It's up to you how fast you want to get it. sCuBa out across the map, sending both of his dozers forward. Azest decides to focus on this one. Yeah, headed towards the right as well. sCuBa's done exactly the same. He's just skipped 1 MD inside of one of his Vs. It's exactly the same as what Azest did previous. sCuBa can build an EMP there. He has the power for it. It's 3 power required for the EMP. So yeah, it's looking pretty bad for the tank. Once again, the Gats are getting wrecked, although that V is moving slow now. Still think it's going to survive though. Yeah, it is. And that EMP is going to get up and disable the supply. So as far as I'm concerned, that's looking pretty over. Yeah, and the trucks could have disabled that Gat as well. Would have been pretty nice. There's a sneaky Gat round the side. It'll take out the Chinooks, but who cares really, as long as you've got 2 Vs wrecking everything, which he does. Yeah, this whole area is killed. Power will now get hit. Azest needs to start dropping down the new power ASAP, and probably a barracks actually. Because when Gats aren't quite gutting it, a barracks and a load of tank gunters is probably the next best thing. Yeah, sCuBa's pulled the Chinooks. He's actually established a new supply. Yeah, V micro for the most part is looking pretty decent, so maybe the lag's not so bad after all. Yeah, that's game. There's nothing a tank can do. He's remaking a power now, but until that point, all of his units are producing at half speed. It's 1 Gat against 2 full Vs, probably better MDs inside. And that's a very, very fast game indeed. 3-3 is the score. Things heating up here. Okay, jumping into the next one. We've got Mountain Mayhem down in the bottom right. We've got the pink player this time. Was he just pink a second ago? No, he was cyan a minute ago, so he's changing color every time. This is the DLA Demolition. This is Azest. So on this map, you start with 11k. So you can do 3 supplies and still get a decent amount of tunnels out. It's not that bad. Up in the top left, we've got a GLA Mirror. Ooh. Put my theory to the test. Got a GLA Mirror. Got the GLA Stealth for the green player. This is sCuBa. Demo against Stealth. Bit of a wonky supply there. He's blocking a lot of his worker collection. Don't really like that at all, but he probably tried to build it on a better angle, but he can't because of this little ridge here. sCuBa's actually going for double arms dealer from the beginning. Double arms dealer, 3 supplies. I like it. I like the variation. Can an enemy technical get through there? I don't think so, but I wouldn't bet my house on it. Nah, enemy technical can't get through there. There is a specific gap you can leave where an enemy technical can get through, but yours can't. I have no idea why. That is a thing. Okay, technical from sCuBa. Straight in, crushes a ton of workers. Another technical from sCuBa. Weird build from Azest. First technical gets stopped. How the hell? How? How is even... What What even is that? Like,
A warrior has
it
fallen.
can't even be seen. Oh my god, I hope that gets up. That's going to be funny. That's going to be... I'm going to have to rewatch the replay and see where the fuck that came from. I think it's just walked all the way down here and just gone all the way down the back. Surely that's what's happened. That is absolutely insane. And that's going to probably end the game as well. Really, really insane. I suppose, let's say that tunnel is not there.
Upgrade.
Is Azest naturally taking over the map like in the other games? Is this curveball gonna throw the game in sCuBa's favor? That's absolutely amazing how he's done that, honestly. People need to analyze this. Oh my god. That is absolutely crazy. That's really crazy. I'm just going to jump into the replay and we're going to watch that one more time. Alright, so I'm just jumping in. I'm just going to watch. So that worker has literally come all the way across. So Azest has seen it, but just chosen to ignore it. Look at Azest's view.
I am finished with the building.
And it's just walked all the way over there, built a tunnel, and ended the game. Absolutely insane. Okay, jump into the next one. Azest has changed himself to red, maybe indicating he's angry about that last game. He's the GLA stealth this time. Up in the top left, this is Azest. Down in the bottom right, we have the GLA demolition in the green. Currently 4-3 up, and he's been up most times during the set so far, or all times. He's either been up or drawing. This is sCuBa. I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it. I reckon he might do the same build again. He's doing it slightly different, because the box, or attempted box, is over on this side this time, when you actually could have done it there. It's going to be rebels made straight away from the beginning for Azest. Not convinced it's totally watertight. Maybe that area is, but definitely this area can get crushed. But there's a chance enemy technical can get through there. But yeah, again, it's a double arms dealer. Azest just sticking with a trusty one arms dealer, but he's going for the oils. sCuBa's obviously got 3 supplies. Tunnel here for Azest. That's not going to get up though. sCuBa now knows what's up. He knows there's a rebel there. There was no need to fire with that. He's just lost a rebel that was meant to be capturing that oil. There's 4 technicals out now for sCuBa. This is a empty tech, but is it going to get in there and start killing all of the workers? Yeah, it is. Yeah. Which is actually worse for sCuBa now, because I don't know if a quad can go through there. I don't know if a quad's got a bigger girth. Oh man, that's painful. That is painful. He should have just done the same strat. He should have done it over on there and just left the tunnel here or something. Azest is grabbing an oil, grabbing a second oil. sCuBa losing so many workers. It doesn't show on the XP because you don't get any XP for killing workers. But if it did, it would be a lot of XP there for Azest. He's killed a ton. Second arms dealer up for Azest. Yeah, Azest is probably thinking, as long as I don't let a sneaky tunnel in my base like last time. Now he has the oils. And a bit of map control. Some tunnels in various places. Oh, that's been stopped though. He's probably thinking the other games are pretty comfy. Okay, the technicals of Azest deciding to engage this. Probably a bad idea because there's too many quads. And sCuBa is surrounding these technicals now. All of the technicals for Azest get wiped, and the RPGs inside as well. sCuBa with loads of XP compared to Azest now. This oil not captured yet. There is a rebel there waiting though. Azest has actually captured sCuBa's oil. Okay, big pop here from Azest. If he holds that position, really, really important engagement. I think he is going to hold it with the help of the tunnel. Whereas if he'd lost that position, I think he'd lost the game. Because then his arms dealer would have been in danger. sCuBa trying to capture his oil back. I think he needs to get a worker over there as well. Repair it, get a tunnel, get some RPGs in there so it's more covered. Because right now it is a pretty low oil. Azest with some rebel harassment on the workers. Needs to be more workers on the built on the top right from Azest. Azest coming in with a technical. If that's a TNT, it could be beautiful. Ooh, can you imagine? Can you imagine? That would end the game, probably. All the quads would have been wiped. There's a couple of hijackers out and about. Azest needs more workers on his main. Yep, sCuBa's going to take another oil. Definitely needs to get this one repaired, 100%. Azest coming in with some aggression on the left-hand side, but there is a nice demo trap there. That could be beautiful. Azest mostly ignoring it. Or not going in that area for now, let's say. sCuBa's way out of position. sCuBa now with the Scorpions. It's also coming in from the back with these quads. TNT attempt there. Azest so far has avoided the demo traps. I don't know how he's building a tunnel there without that demo trap going off. Very important quad engagement. Looks like sCuBa's coming out on top. There's 3 hijackers. Very, very fierce engagement. All 3 hijackers hijack some vehicles, but still, sCuBa clears everything with the sheer amount of RPGs. Azest going to try and kill this radar van. I think he should just start killing that oil. Because realistically, is sCuBa going to allow that to be captured? Palace on the way, 23%. Palace already up for sCuBa. There's now buggies out for sCuBa, chipping away at Azest's army. However, Azest already has a supply here. He could stealth it. All he has to do is hold. Yeah, he's not stealthing it. He's collecting on enough workers now on the top right. He's repaired his oil. sCuBa has repaired his now too. No workers' shoes yet. sCuBa building his base a little bit claustrophobic. That's a really deadly position for a Scud Storm later on, if we get to that stage. Zest might step on a legendary demo trap there. Jarman kill up sCuBa now too. Technical for his Zest. I think he's going to go in for a TNT, and I think he's going to get it. That's a really good TNT. Really, really good. Because he's ahead in supplies, taking out the oils. Leaves him now +1 oils, because he's killed that one as well. So he's plus an oil. And I think he's +2 supplies. We pretty much got 2 in their main. And then the Zest got top right and bottom left. Yeah, loads of buggies against loads of quads. We know who's going to come out on top there on flat land. Definitely the buggies. As long as it keeps moving back. The RPGs, though, could be good against the buggies, because the RPGs can't be sniped because there's an enemy Jarman there. There you go. That's exactly why. What you want to be doing as the opposing player is scanning for the enemy Jarman, try and pick off the enemy Jarman, and then you can go crazy on the RPGs. But yeah, this base is a bit too packed, close together for me, for my liking. Jarman is getting scanned now by the radar van. Could be this demo trap. It is detonated, kills 3 quads. Yeah, sCuBa doing nice to hold against the stealth that has more money than him. I think if we see buggies though from the stealth, then he can hold it. But he's sticking with TNTs and he's sticking with quad versus quad engagements. TNT from across the map. Don't know what he's going for though. Why isn't he producing buggies? Oh, he is now. Has buggy ammo, no AP rockets. Okay, TNC straight through the middle. Ooh, could be a juicy hit. Get like 3 markets in one here. Ooh, could be even better actually. There's 3 reels. This is why you don't want to do a packed base, especially without fortified structure. That's 3 markets deleted. It is, yeah. 3 markets deleted. Beautiful TNT. Amazing. Did he scan that? Did he know? No, he didn't. He just struck gold by mistake. He's probably going for an arms dealer or maybe 1 market. It didn't realize there were going to be 3 packed together like that without fortified structure. sCuBa does clear this bottom left position. Zest making markets of his own. Stinger to protect his oil. Beaconed his market. He probably hasn't seen what happened to it. It's just been deleted. I think he's just realized. 3 massively key buildings from his main base have gone. I think he's just realized. sCuBa collecting on the bottom left. There's still quite a few crates there. He's pushing forward. Scud Storm is out. This is probably going to pressure sCuBa to do something sooner rather than later. He's going to run into a line of tunnels here, though. A few buggies at least are going to go down. sCuBa's almost level 5, though. Ooh. Rebel ambush on one of the tunnels. Doesn't do a lot, though, but another technical coming through. He's going to hit the last real market, isn't he? Unless sCuBa pops something, but I don't think he has anything ready. He quits out, GG. Yeah, you don't want to do the markets packed like that. You want to... it's like the lazy way of doing it. Like, sometimes you start building it and you think, oh, I'm just going to do it the lazy way. But actually, it's better if you just cancel it and just build it a bit further away. That's the better thing to do. So 4-4 is the score. Crazy close this set. Okay, jumping into the next one. I see some China to kick things off. It is the China tank for the pink player. This is GC Azest. Right, let's see if it's another China. It is. It is. Oh, man, we'll see if my theory is correct or not. Down in the south position, we have the China nuke for the green player. This is sCuBa. Yeah, so we only had 2 China v China games so far, and sCuBa won both. So I think he'll be feeling pretty confident here. It should be 1-1, though, because it's nuke v tank. So nuke is better, because Overlord's ECMs, nuke cannons, wreck pretty much everything that tank can make. Yeah, and if we go back to the nuke mirror as well, Azest just didn't go oils, and he just stayed on tier 1 spam for a while. For like way too long. sCuBa going for 3 supplies. The forward war factory. Barmaster for sCuBa. So I don't mind what Azest is doing if he'd have boxed, half boxed, maybe even full boxed with a barracks and a barracks, and just makes like a battlemaster and an outpost and catch these first battlemasters before they get in the supply line. If that skirts around it and gets in the supply line and starts killing trucks, then it's not a good build order. The idea is to protect those trucks. sCuBa going to lose 1 dozer here for free. sCuBa should now realize it's double war factory from the tank. Ooh. Not the best outpost in the world. Would have been better to unload that one in there, or just anything. Rather than just get crushed by the gap. Okay, double war factory now for sCuBa, and he's already gone into a prop. I like the build order from sCuBa. Azest has gone into a prop as well. What you should have done though was be building the prop there, and then with this dozer, go forward, build a barracks, and then get a 3rd supply as well. And with the barracks, you get a Lotus out, capture these oils. Couple of Battlemasters on the left. sCuBa got a Vet 3 tank into there in the middle. Overlords are already out. This is where the tank's going to struggle, because these Overlords are fast and powerful. Battlemasters pushing in now. Not only is this annoying for Azest, he's going to lose a dozer, probably going to lose some trucks, but more importantly, it's actually a bit of a scout as well. He's making sure, whether it is conscious or unconsciously, that there's also no helix. It's confirming there's no helix, because that depends on how many gats you produce. If you see an airfield, you instantly mix in a load of gats with this, but if you see no airfield, there's no need to mix as many gats in. But he's got a nice composition anyway. He has. Yeah, Lotus is out now for Azest, but you see the difference. He had to drop the barracks down there, and he had to make it after the prop, and that dozer went down anyway, I suppose. sCuBa now pushing in, relentless. Yeah, Azest is really struggling in these China matchups, but the nuke is supposed to win. Flawless from sCuBa, really, really nice. 5-4 is the score. Okay, down in the south position with the China nuke. Now in the red, this is GC Azest. Up in the north position with the China tank. This is the green player. This is sCuBa. So sCuBa's dropping down the barracks. He's going to be waypoint scouting, I think. Is he waypoint scouting? Doesn't look like it, actually. It's pretty lazy to not be waypoint scouting. It might be interesting to know if the nuke's going to forward supply there or not. I think he's going to be rushing out oils, or is he going for a straight helix? He might go for 2 red guard, capture upgrade, and then into 5 tank enters. Oh, he's going straight for helix. Okay. At least that's what it looks like. So one way you can win as a tank, even though it is imbalanced, one way you can win is go for the dozer. A helix around the back, pick off both dozers, then go back and just camp it. Can be an option. Okay. So the War Factory spam starts from Azest. It's going to be a Battle Master over on the left-hand side. sCuBa has this occupied, has this occupied. It doesn't leave the map completely watertight because Battle Master can still pass here without taking any damage. Azest has taken a bit of damage already there. Helix is out. Helix for tank takes 5 seconds longer than the other Chinas to produce. Fun fact. So Helix is now out. Battle Master gets deleted. Probably another one here will get deleted. Instantly, you just want to really pull them Battle Masters back and just mix in some GATs now. Mix in some GATs, get your 3rd supply, get a prop, just like the previous game. Okay, Helix is coming in. There is a GAT there, so sCuBa's got to make a decision now. Is he going to escape with the Licks, or does he want to suicide it and get both dozers? He's deciding to escape with it and keep it alive. There was a possibility to maybe skirt down the back. It would have been a risk. It might have gone down, but you might have got both dozers, unload, take out the prop, take out the barracks, whatever you can take out. But he decides to keep the Helix alive. And don't blame him, to be honest. It's a big, expensive unit. Yeah, 5-4. sCuBa's on the 1 away from winning. He's at match point. It's a best of 11. Needs to win 6. Azest needs to win every game from this point. I think it is a Tox mirror. Oh, no, wait. Is it air mirror? It's something mirror on Farmlands the Fallen if we go to a decider. Okay, Azest going to get one of the oils. Would like to see Azest getting this 3rd supply, though. Outpost on the left for sCuBa. It does have 2 tank enters inside of there. Azest with 1 oil. sCuBa's probably going to get 1 oil there. Yeah, he just gets it. Needs to pull that gap back now. Outpost is in the base. Might kill that dozer. Yeah, it is going to kill that dozer. This one needs pulling. So far, the reaction has been poor here from Azest. There's enough GATs and ECMs here to deflect this Helix. However, if sCuBa mass spams ECMs now, that's one way you can defeat the nuke, actually. Make a load of ECMs and Helixes. That's literally all you make. So he's disabling the Overlord. Comes in with the Licks. The gas a little bit out of position because he doesn't want to get hit. But the Licks is dishing out some damage, and sCuBa's actually winning that engagement. You see what I mean? His China's... Any kind of China, sCuBa's going to shine. He's good at that. Yeah, really nice hold. Maybe a bit risky by Azest. I think building up his army even more. Getting his 3rd supply, maybe even securing the left, building his army even more to like more Overlords, more ECMs, more GATs. is less risky. If you push with a smaller army, you might get a win faster, but it's also more risky. Because, yeah, exactly what just happened there. His army's been reset back to 0 now. sCuBa has this oil, so 1 oil apiece. Yeah, like attacking now, like combine that army we just saw with that, and then attack. Should have a lot more success. Overlord, sorry, not Overlord, Black Lotus for Azest has been picked off in the top right. I think sCuBa doing good with the tank here. The tank's supposed to lose against Nuke. Azest losing his power. Is he producing another? Oh, he already has another one. Okay.
China is under attack.
Sorry, sCuBa has another one. He's still online. No subliminal messaging. Helix is coming from the back. Helix goes down. Is that the last dozer? We've missed the last dozer being hunted. He's hunted. So sCuBa just needs to hold. Yeah, what picked off must have been a random unit around the back that we've missed. But sCuBa is holding this attack. I think he's done it. I think he's done it, you know. I think he's coming in with a either a mine drop or a tank drop. He has the autoloader upgrade. Loads of ECMs and Battle Masters. He's got a Lotus in the enemy base. Complete demolition job. Yeah, well played. In the Chinas, he's just so solid. Didn't really look in any danger in any of the China games, and Azest just looks a bit weaker. But on the GLA mirrors, I'm convinced that Azest just looks better, but that the sneaky worker from sCuBa got him a win, and that was quite amazing. So, yeah, I'm a bit surprised there. I actually thought Azest would win quite convincing, but sCuBa's just too strong in the Chinas. Azest is too weak in the Chinas, and yeah, we didn't really see any like USA, GLA, anything like that, but that's just look at the draw, isn't it? Random versus random. You could have loads of air mirrors, you could have loads of infantry mirrors, all of these things that are all unique. Yeah, well played to sCuBa. Congratulations. You make it through to round 3, and Azest is out.